Welcome again, everybody. Today I have here Chapter 22, The Big Tamale. What you have here is the biggest amalgamation of every single possible way 776 can screw you over. Ballista, status staff, siege tomes, class hate, a noober boss that requires cheesing to effectively fight, and finally, Sias, Mr. 10 Leadership Stars Veltomer himself, either returning from Chapter 17 or first encountered here. There are many ways you can eliminate a lot of the difficulty in this chapter, but you need one thing above all else: restore staffs. Between Sias, a lone priest in the south, and the generic Baron boss Cohen, there are 2 sleeps, a silence, and a berserk staff. Neither Sias nor Cohen can be targeted with statuses themselves, but there is a strategy to remove Sias on turn 1. If any unit enters the area of this green rectangle, then Sias will leave the following enemy phase. And on that note, anyone entering the red rectangle's area will see this bridge disappear as well, requiring the use of flyers or staffs to get across. We're going to jump into the gameplay much earlier than usual, but beforehand I want to point out 2 things. First, the shops in the bottom left sell a full complement of killer weapons, along with Knight's Proofs and Lightning Tomes that can only be bought here, in addition to some door keys. I will only say this once. The final few chapters of the game all split your forces up, and they will all encounter a multitude of locked doors. Thieves alone won't cut it. You should have at least 10 door keys ready with you. If not, get them here by any means, or you may end up in an unwinnable or extremely frustrating situation. The other item are the reinforcements. Pretty simple this time, just an axe armor here and a trio of lance, axe, and arc knights here from turns 10 to 20. With those out of the way, we will jump right into the chapter while I discuss some strategies. Now then, for units, you'll obviously need at least one person capable of casting Restore, and if you're going for the turn 1 Sias prompt, you'll need a warp staff user and flyers to ferry units across the river. Speaking of which, if you're going to use said strategy, then there is a second bird you can smack at the same time. Olwen's brother Rinehart is the secondary boss of this chapter, and the two can initiate a conversation where Olwen will receive the Holy Sword, which gives her Prayer, deals super effective damage against horsemen, gives plus 10 magic, and has the Brave effect. Basically, Rinehart handed her sister a sword that has "Please kill me with this" inscribed on it. Then, you can rescue Olwen back, or if you're as brazen as I am, leave her behind with a magic boost to take everyone out. Rinehart himself does not appear to ever attack Olwen, but you'll still have to watch out for the Ballista, the rest of his Mage Knight squad, and the Paladins that are near the enemy boss. Rinehart, by the way, should not be taken lightly. Alongside his Master Sword, he has Dime Thunder just like Olwen, and brings Continue, Charge, Great Shield, and finally Ambush for that lovely combo you may have been using with her. And in case that wasn't enough, Rinehart has 5 move stars for the extra fuck you chance to force a restart. Pretty much the only way to safely take him out is by sleeping him, though his 20 magic means you'll have to buff a staff user past 21 with an M-up or Holy Water in order for it to be effective. The rest of Rinehart's mage squad are just sporting thorns, and are nowhere near as dangerous as he is, though you should definitely be careful about the possibility of all of them attacking a single unit in one turn. In my opinion, the biggest threats here are yet again Ballista. They've forced me more restarts than any other obstacle in the map, and there aren't very many safe ways to approach them, since the majority are the longer range Iron variant. There is a good amount of fodder with the Armor Knights, but watch out for the 2 promoted units due south of your start. The Sniper carries a Master Bow that can be quite painful to flyers, and for some reason the Mercenary has an extra Elite Sword. You probably don't need its Elite effect this late in the game, but it may be nice just for the defense boost. You should also be cautious of all the anti-armor and anti-horse weapons floating around, as they will likely close to one-hit kill anyone they are weak to. When it comes to crossing the bridge and dealing with Rinehart and the Gelpritter, here's an observation I've noticed. The Mage Knights only seem to move with Rinehart, meaning if he's immobilized due to sleep, they will only strike if they are in range, and will not pursue you. You can use this to set up your attack beforehand. In addition to removing him as a threat, sleeping Rinehart also lets you grab another Dime Thunder, which can be useful if Olwen's is near or at depletion. The chapter boss Cohen has a Blizzard in addition to his Berserk staff, and for once, this Baron boss doesn't have 20 build, so capture away in order to add those wonderful items to your inventory. You'll have to repair the Berserk, as Cohen will definitely have used it up by the time you reach him, but it is a very worthy investment. With all that finished, go ahead and have Leif capture the throne to proceed onto Chapter 23, the last outdoor map and the return of everyone's favorite prodigal sage, Seti. See you then.